The NBA has everything. Amazing athletes, great games, gorgeous young men in shorts, and not to forget, the drama. We just can't seem to get enough of the rivalries and tensions. They have us hooked. We can't get enough. So in today's video, we'll be talking about why Devin Booker isn't worried about haters and the top 10 most hated NBA players of 2022. Without further ado, let's get into it. To start with, Booker isn't worried about his growing number of haters. Even though the player is only 26, he's already known as one of the best young guards in the world of basketball.
Wow. Booker draws the light double team, working on Kobe White. Deep three on the way.
Oh, man.
Yes, indeed.
This season, he's helped the Suns get to the top of the league by being a 3-time All-Star and an All-NBA pick.
The three-point contest last night and a three by Devin Booker.
Milwaukee, trade him.
And here comes Booker off the wing.
That means more fans and more money. His haters have increased too, and it looks like they're out for blood. Due to his recent success, trolls in the NBA have taken over social media, flooding it with memes. In a recent interview, the player talked about the surprising increase in haters he's had to deal with. He understands that fame and criticism go hand in hand, especially when his team wins and the supporters of the other teams are bitter. He doesn't let all this hate go to his head though. He knew this was coming and was prepared for it. He laughed that even the sweetest people like LeBron James and Steph Curry have haters, so he's not at all worried, and he shouldn't be. He handled them like a pro, and we loved it. Coming up, he's becoming a legend in the NBA.
Booker all alone. Hello, throws it down. Unimpeded.
The Suns player is one of the best players in the NBA right now. He may not be as good as Giannis or Curry, but he's still one of the best. Given that Chris Paul has been out for a long time, his ability to keep the team going shows how good he is in all areas. He's a team player. Even his team's head coach, Monty Williams, thinks so. His game is perfect, and he's doing well in every way. He can score from close range, far away, and while dribbling. In recent games, he's done a good job of going for the basket, getting to the rim, and playing in transition. He averaged 7 free throws last year and almost doubled that amount this season. People might either love him or hate him, but they can't deny that he's got style. He's one of the best scorers, playmakers, and pure shooters in the league. He's the kind of all-around player you want in charge. He'll also be out for revenge this spring because he lost in the semifinals the year before. Eventually, he'll bring home a trophy and prove to everyone that he's the best, and we can't wait for it. Now, for the 10 most hated players in the NBA in 2022. For the past few years, the NBA has done a better job of making bad guys than pro wrestling and superhero movies. Like we said, the drama is amazing. When there's a lot of drama behind the scenes in an unscripted sport like basketball, fans are likely to get upset. Because a lot of different things, fans have grown to actively dislike a few players. Well, dislike isn't a strong enough word to describe how passionate people can get. To spice things up, let's look at the top 10 players who people have hated this past year. To start with, we've got Chris Paul at the number 10 spot. This player has already made it into the Hall of Fame, but is a controversial figure in the basketball league. He's considered to be one of the best point guards of all time because he works hard and is smart. Even so, a lot of people out there don't like him because of the way he acts. Fans and players on other teams have started to notice that when something goes wrong, he sort of loses his mind. He tries to get the officials to make decisions that help him, even when that's not the ethical thing to do. Most people would like him to leave with a championship, but even more, people dislike him. Now, for the number 9 spot, we've got Joel Embiid. There's no doubt that he's a great player, and fans of the Philadelphia 76ers love him for it. However, some people find his online trolling super annoying. The NBA star likes to make fun of the other team, and makes everyone so angry with his over-the-top moves on the court. Kevin Durant and Karl Anthony Towns' bad behavior toward the player shows us how frustrated they are with him. Even though he's had seasons where he could have been MVP, his NBA peers still dislike him a lot. And so do we. He's so annoying. Coming up, we have Grayson Allen at the number 8 spot. He's known as a bad guy in the NBA, a real-life supervillain. He got on the bad side of basketball fans at Duke University for being rough with other players and complaining when things didn't go his way. After a few fights with other players, fans were outraged because it looks like he was trying to hurt them on purpose. A lot of other players don't like him either. He's had a steady supporting role for a few seasons because of his talent, but it doesn't look like he'll ever be appreciated. Let's look at the number 7 spot with Kyrie Irving. This player's career has gone downhill since he asked the Cleveland Cavaliers to trade him because LeBron James was making him angry. Even his team thought he had a bad attitude and wasn't a good fit for them. He's caused even more trouble for the Brooklyn Nets. He missed most of last season because he refused to get immunized, and he took time off without telling anyone the year before. Because of his diva behavior, most people hate the guy. Up next, we have Russell Westbrook at the number 6 spot. He became a fan favorite when he joined the Oklahoma City Thunder. His triple-doubles and brave plays made him great, but his trash-talking antics and needless complaining have put off a lot of people. He doesn't have enough self-awareness to know when he goes too far. His recent verbal attack on the Los Angeles Lakers turned off many of his biggest fans. Well, being a good basketball player isn't everything. What's more, at the number 5 spot, we have James Harden. Anyone in the NBA who asks to be traded will get criticized, but anyone who does it twice in a row will be hated even more. This player did the unthinkable with 2 teams, the Houston Rockets and the Brooklyn Nets. He shouldn't have left Houston when he was still in bad shape and hadn't been showing up to training camp. The same thing happened in Brooklyn, where he sat out his last game after scoring 4 points for the Nets. People hate how entitled and ungrateful he acts. Following up, we have Draymond Green at the number 4 spot. Only fans of the Golden State Warriors love this player. Everyone else hates him. Most of us were annoyed that even though he's the team's 4th or 5th best player, he talks trash more than anyone else. He constantly insults the officials and argues over calls. It's just so irritating. Grown men shouldn't act this way. If he was a better player, we might have tolerated him, but he isn't, so we don't. Not to mention, at the 3rd spot, we have Patrick Beverley. What bugs us most about this athlete is the fact that he thinks being hated is a good thing. In sports, a good player isn't the one who's the best. Rather, they're an inspiration to the team and have a sportsman spirit. Well, this guy doesn't. He doesn't like his rivals and is always getting into fights with them. His controversial actions make us angry. Remember when he took that cheap shot at Chris Paul when he was about to be eliminated from the playoffs, or when he made those dirty plays that hurt Russell Westbrook? That's despicable. Now, for Ben Simmons at the 2nd spot. His sudden departure from the Philadelphia 76ers made him a hated person for the rest of that season and for years to come. You just don't abandon your team like that. His playing got worse after the team was eliminated in 2021. Many other NBA players made a lot of fun of him. His anger during the offseason was why he was traded, and then he refused to play at all. He didn't play even after he was traded to the Brooklyn Nets. He broke his promise to play against the Boston Celtics when the team was down 0-3. Lastly, we have Kevin Durant at the top spot. When he joined the Golden State Warriors to win championships, he was seen as the league's most hated player. After a great postseason in 2021, his team lost to the Milwaukee Bucks, and he moved on to the Brooklyn Nets. We thought he might turn things around, but he didn't. Being the best player on his team showed how good of a basketball player he is. But then, he asked to be traded, and we hated it. And if that wasn't bad enough, his choice of the Phoenix Suns, Miami Heat, and Boston Celtics, the league's best teams, have made him seem like a horrible person. Be a team player, dude. That's a wrap for this video. Are there any other NBA players that you loathe? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.